This is breaking news from 4 News Now.
Good afternoon for 4 News Now. I'm Rob King. We're beginning today's kxly-plus daily rundown with breaking news, as it looks like we now have a date of when Camp Hope will be closed in East Spokane. What we know right now is that the City of Spokane and WashDOT have filed a date. They've come to an agreement on a date and filed that with the Superior Court. And it looks like Camp Hope will be closed on or before Friday, June 30th. So that's about exactly 1 month away before they'll finally close Camp Hope, something they've been working on since about December, I believe, is when they actually started to begin those processes. So in a statement, a joint statement from the city and WashDOT, they said the work is underway to find these last couple folks housing, to clean up and then restore the state-owned property back to its original state. But once again, breaking news just within the last hour that the city and WashDOT have agreed on a date to close Camp Hope permanently and repair that area where that camp has been. One of the last reports is that there's less than 30 people now living at the camp. At one point over the summer, it was over 600 at that site. If you'll recall, they've been steadily shrinking it and working to repair those areas. But again, it looks like Camp Hope's final day will be on or before at least June 30th, Friday, 1 month from now. So that is news that is just breaking within the last hour here in Spokane. Moving on in the kxly-plus daily rundown, where I'll take you through some of the top local headlines and give an inside look as to what the team is working on today. Let's start with a look outside. It's going to stay pretty nice all week. Make sure you have your sunglasses and your sunscreen. It's going to be great weather this whole time. Sunny, temps in the mid-70s. We may get a few afternoon clouds, but other than that, enjoy the day as we got it. These are the highs around the region. As you can see, a little warmer down south in the Tri-Cities and Lewiston area, but staying pretty nice in the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area. As we look into tomorrow, we're going to stick with these above average temperatures for this time of year, but it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow, a little more cloudy than it was. Then after tomorrow, it's going to begin a nice ramp up into the weekend. We're expecting a warmer weekend, with very few clouds, very light rain. The Idaho mountains could see some scattered rain tomorrow with this cooler weather, but other than that, it's going to be a beautiful time. Get out, get your dose of vitamin D while you can. Let's take a look at some of what the team is working on today. Natalie Grant is in Davenport today, where it looks like a plea is expected in the shooting death of a Reardon teen. 15-year-old Shadrach Hall Turner was killed several months ago. In that investigation, a 16-year-old faces manslaughter charges, and it looks like a group of teens were at a home in Reardon playing with a gun when it appeared to accidentally go off, killing 15-year-old Hall Turner. So Natalie Grant is going to be in court in Davenport, where the 16-year-old shooter is expected to enter a possible plea today, and then possibly transported back to juvenile court. And because he is a juvenile and could be possibly going back to juvenile court, not being charged as an adult, 4 News Now will not be naming the 16-year-old. But again, just a tragic story out of Reardon. Looks to be heading towards some closure at least. Vanessa Perez, she's following up on the latest breaking news in Daybreak. Daybreak Youth Services, a local behavioral health facility which tends to youth and children, they have lost their license from the Washington Department of Health. That's been suspended. It looks like Daybreak is going to appeal the suspension, and Vanessa Perez will have all the latest. Now, what the Washington Department of Health claims is that they failed to address safety concerns and address staff misconduct, also sexual abuse reports at the facility. They said Daybreak did not properly handle any of those, so they have lost their license, but Daybreak will be appealing. As for what happens to the people that are staying there, it's currently unknown, but Vanessa will have more coming up tonight. Bronte Sorotsky, she's looking at a new program, one of several new programs in the city as SPD works to do these outreach programs with the community where they get to know a little bit more about the people and areas that they're policing. This new program was started by an Eastern Washington student. Conversations with a Cop, very similar to Coffee with a Cop. You can go and meet local law enforcement, talk with them, tell them your concerns about policing or about crime in your area. Today they are at a Starbucks near downtown Spokane, and Bronte Sorotsky is out there speaking with law enforcement about the importance of outreach programs, as well as the Eastern Washington student who reached out to SPD with an idea for this program in order to implement it here locally. So that's all we got for today's KXLY Plus Daily Rundown. Thank you for joining. Short and sweet today, but as we said, a lot of breaking news, which is always good, helps keep us busy. And again, we did finally learn the date that Camp Hope will be closing. Be sure to download KXLY Plus on your connected TVs. That's Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. You can also watch these on the 4 News Now mobile app on your phone, where you can also watch streaming, and that is a free mobile app. Be sure to turn on your notifications so you get the latest in breaking news in your community. So all the stories and more coming up tonight at 5, but for now, live in studio, I'm Rob King for KXLY Plus.